It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for keeping it dialed in. This has got me excited. I was there, first-hand, front row seats for when the Gladiators first arrived, and I'm here once again to see them return. It's a television game show that had a cult following in South Africa, or globally, in fact, but it was big here, especially in the late 90s, early 2000s, and they are back. So how it works is they pit contestants, very fit contestants, against a wide variety of very physical games. I say games loosely, against gladiators who are in their prime. To try to prevent them from achieving maximum points, the action takes place on an assault course that contains climbing, it's got balancing, it's got running, it's got jumping, and a lot of physical contact. And with us in studio this morning to chat about this brand new series and the trials that they have been holding is the new gladiator, Sonnet Adira Bear, and one of the legends, a man I haven't seen in probably 20 years, series original, Shannon Tusk Gaskin. Guys, oh, you can see, I'm really excited to see you again because this is real. We were talking about it when this was like, we're going to do this. This is what we want to do. Now it's happening. It's go time. But you, buddy, you're a part of my DNA, bro. How does it feel, 20 years on, being back in the fold?
Listen, I'm part of management, and that introduction was spectacular. No one could have done it.
You know, I'm
better.
ready for you, bro. You know I'm there, dude.
Yeah, I'm going to be calling you later.
Please, audition done.
It's 20 years later. I had to take this jacket out of the cupboards, and I was like, oh, it's so good to see you. 20 years later, can you believe it? Well, Dina will probably say 21 years later.
21 years.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't believe
Please don't
it.
remind us, okay? Please don't remind us. It feels like yesterday, though.
Well, I never thought I'd be speaking about Gladiators. I mean, since the shows ended in 2002, people were asking me, 10 years later, I'll go into a shop and I'll buy Gatsby. And they'll be, hey, Tusk, why did the shows end, brother? I was like, oh, man, I came up with every excuse. It didn't last its full potential, and it's so amazing to just speak the word gladiator.
100%, because South Africa's ready for it. We're fit, we're active. We think we can take on any challenge.
Definitely.
It's a different story when you're out there on that assault course. I've seen it firsthand. I know what it takes for you to be a part of this. Clearly, you're in your physical prime, so you were ready for this. But how does it feel now that it's actually happening?
Quite amazing. I'm excited. It's hard work.
Yeah.
But I'm 100% committed.
And you need to be, because it's a mental game, it's a physical game, and you speak to a generation, a new generation of kids, of young people, and inspire them to be physical and get out there. But of course, you need people now to answer the call. You've been hosting trials and auditions, if you will, because you want good characters as well, but people need to be able to do it physically. How have people stacked up so far? How are you feeling about the pool of physical talent that we're dipping into?
It's quite amazing. The dedication, the hard work, and they don't give up. It's amazing. And that's what we're looking for, to never give up.
It's character, because in my experience, and Tusk, you'll relate to this, and I have to call you Tusk, I'm sorry, Shannon, but that's who you are. In my ethos, you're burnt into my brain. It's this monolith that is Tusk. It's hectic, it's intimidating. What do you think people need for this? Because for me, it looked like it was that BMT, the character in those crunch moments, but obviously you need the physical tools as well. How would you describe a competitor now?
You know, Gladiators is David versus Goliath.
Yeah.
It's based on that principle. And, you know, 20 years ago, you know, the guys were really fit. But this time around, you know, come 20 years later with social media, not even being there when we were Gladiators, the guys I see, you know, in terms of the contenders are fit, but also really strong. I mean, these guys can take a punch. You can see that they will give the Gladiators a punch. And it's obviously the underdog versus the bigger guy. And it's so nice when the underdog wins. And that's what people come. It's a sports entertainment show that's geared for families. Yeah. And it's so good to see the smaller guy stand up against the bigger guy. Even though the bigger guy is a big, tough guy, but he's got a gentle heart. You know, Gladiators is always about sportsmanship, camaraderie, giving, you know, going at each other, but also congratulating each other, you know?
Completely. It's the spirit of being a gladiator, and it makes me, I'm getting a little emotional here, and I don't know why, but it means that much to me because I get to now live this again with my 5-year-old boy, and he gets to see you guys, his heroes, live in action. So, Adira, let's see you live in action. I'm going to send you off to go and show us a little bit of gladiator fitness, so you can go and join Zoe over there. Shannon, thank you so much for being a part of this amazing team and bringing back what I think is one of the most wholesome family entertainment platforms that we've got. But let's see one of our brand new gladiators, Adira, in action right now.